Good morning, Bowie High. We're back at it again. Bulldog Nation and Lindsay Johnson, newcomer George Campbell, and Dakota Goldfarb are bringing you today's highlights and notes, prepping you for the week ahead and the amazing weekend for our extracurriculars. It's time for the Gab and the This and That BHS. This is the Bulldog Bulletin. Please stand for the pledge to the flag.
I pledge allegiance
to the flag
of the United States of America
and to the republic
for which it stands,
one nation,
under God,
indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, Bowie High. It's Monday, February 26, 2018. We're starting off the second half of the third quarter, and it's a B-Day. Can we get a countdown for seniors? I'm Lindsay Johnson.
And I'm George Campbell.
And welcome to the Bulldog Bulletin.
Countdown is 54 school days and 81 real days. There's no time to waste. And our Monday top story is a shout out to the wrestling team, who definitely took advantage of their opportunities and had 11 members compete at the regional tournament this weekend and are sending 8 to states next weekend. Whoever finished in the top 4 in their weight class punched their ticket to the big dance, and it's the first time we've had that many since the 1980s. It's been a dream season for the guys and coaches Hankey and Sanders, and we congratulate the following rock stars who will try to become the top dog in their weight classes in State of Maryland's tourney next weekend. Big Bulldog barks go out to John Paha, who took first place in the 120-pound division, Nate White, who continued to ride his winning streak into the weekend and improved his undefeated record to 37-0 of first place bid in the 132 class, Kyrie Nelson of second place for the 126s, Cooper Mazie of third for the 132-pounders, Dylan Muffley came in third for 160-pound warriors, Brian Comic, who wrestled his way into fourth place at 113, Hashim Gaffney, whose day earned him fourth place with the 182s, Jalen King advanced to a fourth place with the 220s, and Jarrett Scruggs and Gary Foster finished fifth to end their seasons. The action takes place in Marlboro at Showplace Arena next weekend, where we'll hopefully see T Captain Dilly Dilly and the fellas advance with moves that we just saw them again. Eat 'em up, dogs.
More sports went down over the rainy weekend, and the swim team completed their season in the pool and had a pretty good showing, considering the youth and inexperience of many of the swimmers. Kevin Ruthmeyer was unable to compete because he had another sport to compete in for a spot in the National Taekwondo Finals, in which he placed. Congrats, Kevin. But back to swimming. His teammates placed 23rd out of 24 teams, with Zach Bays, DeMonte Barber, Matt Hall, and Brendan New in the boys 200 medley relay. Alexandra Schaffler, Gabby Robertson, Nia Williams, and Sunshine Naraki in the girls 200 medley relay, and Thomas Reed, Chase Yakalak, Matt Hall, and Brendan New in the boys 200 freestyle relay. Freshman Matt Hall did very well in his first state appearance in what we guess will be many, finishing 21st out of 24 in the 100 butterfly and 20th out of 24 in the 500 freestyle. We are proud of you all.
In stage news, it's an exciting time. Mrs. Brooks, the cast, crew, dancers, and musicians who are coming together to bring you BHS's epic production of the Leonard Bernstein Tale of Love, West Side Story. If you've never seen it, it's a tale of Romeo and Juliet set in the backdrop of New York City between two rival street gangs. Shantae Leslie and Stephen Day play Tony and Maria, and you should be there for this timeless but modern version of Shakespearean tragedy. I hear some English teachers will be given extra credit. Catch one of the 4 shows for only $5 for students or $10 for general admission at the following showtimes: this Friday night at 7, Saturday at 2 and 7, and Sunday matinee at 2 to close the production. Ticket sales start today. Make sure you have your ID to get the $5 discount. Tickets are also available at the door.
Tony and Maria. I think I feel a song coming on. But first, let's get a check on today's conditions in the wild blue yonder with Dakota, who's standing by.
Talk about how one performance can lead to a huge break. Rita Moreno went on to become Hollywood's most noteworthy Latin actress after that defining moment. And buenos dias, hermanos y hermanas. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, and we're starting things off with our 7:45 a.m. Doppler radar, which continues to show activity to the south after a rainy weekend. There's still mist and light rain probably coming to hang around. More on that in a second. But it's still fairly warm at 48 degrees. Our rain chances still linger today with a 50-50 chance of more of it, but we should see the sun here and there peeking through the clouds. The high will be a comfortable 58, adding feelings that maybe, just maybe, we've seen the last of Old Man Winter as we close out February and begin March in the 50s. And that does it for me today, crew. I'm your BHS weather correspondent, Dakota Goldfarb. I hope your second half of the third quarter is even better than the first.
Thanks, Dakota. But what if you didn't have a good first half?
Then the chances are even better.
This is true. In more performance news, our Men of Distinction Step team has a competition coming up at the Black College Expo Step Competition, also March 3rd, at Bowie State at 3 p.m., which is the same day as the College Expo. Come cheer our guys on as they stomp their way to victory, and get that useful college info at the other part of the expo.
Another group who had a great weekend was Miss Layla Miller's Royal Dynasty dance teams, who competed at this weekend's halftime Showtime Dance Explosion we talked about last week. They'd like to send out a big thank you to all who came out to support them at the show. The performance was great, and they had the opportunity to spend time with the teams from all over PG County.
Today's SAT word of the day is the noun bullion, defined as a mass of precious metal. Millions of dollars in cash and countless vaults of gold bullion were recovered after the seize.
Big money, big risk.
But that's all for us. Visit our YouTube channel at www.youtube.com/BHSTVMD for replay of this and all of our episodes. I'm George Campbell.
And I'm Lindsay J. We hope you're keeping up to speed and staying out of the halls, BHS. Have a great week at work. And always remember to make your mark with that Bulldog bark.